Good morning, this is Tanya, the Lady Strange. Today is March 12th of 2023. Now, this is the third installment of my weekly card reading attempt here on YouTube. Trying to put myself out here more and expand my horizons. Laugh out. I'm a bit discombobulated lately. Nothing new about that. Ever improving. Okay, so this here is my weekly reading as we discussed. I have my own tarot card reading page, an oracle card and crystal reading page on Facebook that you can DM me at or email me at or ask any questions. That is under our Dark Moon Tarot readings. I post this reading, the picture of this, of course, weekly on my Instagram, along with a whole bunch of other oddities and strange things like myself. I'm a unique individual, and I pride myself on being a unique individual. Now, my little Miss Girl has a whole bunch of different things on it. So yeah, so if you are not into the occult, or maybe certain things may just not be your cup of tea, such as witchcraft, or rock and roll and metal music, or other such musings, or horror movies even, that may not be your place to look. But hey, we all have to have a diverse taste of things. That's what makes us each who we are. And also makes us fun to be around and enriching each other's lives. So on with this, you're going to see, I don't remember the name of this incense, but I got it from my cousin. Decided to try to diversify today. My Love You to Death candle, still have that on here. My trusted reading selenite I was gifted from a coworker who is very generous and kind, and this has been nothing but helpful and enlightening. This selenite is. Selenite's a great crystal. If you have any questions, of course, message me, DM me, comment on here about selenite. And such a lovely, amazing specimen. Now, this week's actual reading, as you can see here, okay, and crystal reading, let's start off with that. This crystal is a very light and faint colored version, but it is rose quartz. Rose quartz is not one of my favorite working stones with. I just don't attune with it so much, but it's an amazing stone for many others. It's a very kind and gentle stone. I kind of like more of a smack in your face powerhouse stones. I like dark smoky quartz, black tourmaline, Herkimer diamonds, labradorite, obsidian, all forms of obsidian, and other things like that. But again, such a kind of gentler stone, and maybe that is the reason I need to start working with it, especially because what it's good for. It's, as I mentioned, a very kind stone. It's very loving. It teaches us and aligns with having more self-love, compassion, and self-forgiveness. We all need that. I certainly need that. So again, I might be looking more into this or finding maybe one that I specifically connect more than this one I have in my crystal cast. I don't have many in my ever-growing and large collection of crystals that I am collecting and hoarding. Laughing out loud. Now, this is good for empathy. This week, this teaches us not only to show ourselves more kindness, compassion, love, and support, but that of others too. Others are all going through other situations too, and we have to be mindful of that. We don't know what's going on inside someone's heads, emotions, or life or situations. Whether or not they disclose it or not doesn't mean that there's not more to the story. Again, we have to be more mindful of that. Rose quartz teaches us to align with that. Also to be open to our guides, our angels, whatever you may call them, or those that love and support us in this life. So again, a very kind and gentle crystal. If you're beginning crystal work, this one is a great one to start off with and to get familiar with. Now, on to the weekly reading. As you see here, these are my working weekly reading oracle decks at this time. That may change in the future, depending. I'm currently working with 6 or 7 decks total, if not more. I'm becoming familiar with. But this is my reading decks for the weekly reading. This is the Flowers of the Night oracle. This week's focus is on communication. The original Moonology. Look at that beautiful moon and card. Very good for, these 2 decks would be great for shadow work, and maybe something I will be adding to my repertoire for that in the future as I started becoming focused on that. If you're not certain what shadow work is, that's inner healing, that which we hide behind the surface, we don't want others to see, habits, actions, tendencies, anything that we kind of bury down deep, but that needs to be healed and acknowledged. If you're interested in more, look it up. I may do installments on that in the future as I grow and understand that more myself and work with that. Now, so this set, the Moonology, back to that, says adjustments are required. And of course, the Crowley Soft deck, my main reading deck that I've had for 20 plus years, my trusted ally and friend, the card is Queen of Discs. Now, typically the court cards are people or attributes of peoples or situations. So this is more of showing of going to a mother figure or someone who has maternal energy that's very grounded and mature. So this week's overall reading, just to get to that, make this video not too long, I'm trying to get better with that, is to focus on effective, clear communication and being understanding. There may be adjustments needed when it comes up in written conversations or face-to-face or interpersonal communications. Going to be a tendency possibly for misunderstandings, misspoken words. Just do your best to readjust, or if others come at you the wrong way with communication, do the best to change your perspective or adjust how you respond back to that. This is going to be a big thing for me this week. Big thing is one of my things I'm working on, is communication and triggers with that. Now, and the Queen of Discs, as we see, that's teaching us to stay the attributes of being strong and mature, to be grounded, to focus on the right things, our finances, and turning to our female support system in our life, or female or feminine energies, those that guide us, or whether it's a male or female in our life, gender doesn't really matter, just the energies itself that are going to help us through this, or maybe help us to look and approach this from a different communicative perspective. So again, not an overall bad week, just that communications may need to be focused on and changed, and some adjustments overall with certain situations are going to be needed. Okay, and will help you to get through it. So just try to be a bit more flexible this week, and this week should be a better week. Just focus on communications, being empathetic, listening, understanding, and of course, most of all, being kind, forgiving to yourself, and loving others, and just being the best version of yourself. We're all on this incarnation, this roller coaster of life together. The best we can do is help each other in the best way that we can, or know how, and to help ourselves. If we can't help ourselves, how the hell are we going to help someone else? All right, and with that, I hope you enjoyed this weekly reading. I appreciate you viewing this for this and giving me a chance and helping me to learn and grow on my journey. Again, if you are interested in booking a reading, I am extremely reasonable for my prices. I am $20 a half an hour. I will be flexible and do $30 for an hour. Usually my readings go over a half an hour. If it goes over that by a few minutes, I don't charge extra. Some readers do. It's all about preference and time and etc. Also is look me up on Facebook under Dark Moon Tarot Readings. My Instagram is Little Miss Girl 79. You can find me there. So again, appreciate you watching. I hope this all finds you good, and I hope your week is filled with blessings, love, and joy, and that which makes you happy. And with that, have a good week.